Welcome to the online experience.
What is going on, guys? Peace, love, and light. It is your boy, Joshua October.
This is LaVonntà.
I'm Jimmy Levar, and this is the online podcast.
And I woke up with my arms all around you. La, we were both young when we first crossed paths as friends. I always wanted a chance when I saw you again. I'm still holding mine. I'm still holding it. It's sudden battle where you move, battle where you move. It's sudden battle where you move. It's sudden battle where you move, battle where you move. Don't make sense to me. I'm still holding it. It's sudden battle where you feel how your lips you so taking me. Why you missing the pin? Why you showing affection with no love connection? It's sudden battle where you move, battle where you move. It's sudden battle where you move. Baby, I'm still holding it mine. Baby, I'm holding on to you. Baby, I'm holding.
Dreams don't work unless you do. You know what I'm saying? The whole point of living a world is to follow your passion, doing what you're calling it. So
Today we are joined with the one and only LaVonntà. How we doing today, brother?
doing amazing as I'm just now having my coffee. So this is good. It's going good. It's a good start to the day.
Nice.
Is every
Beautiful. I
morning,
love
like,
that.
are you having coffee every morning? So I'm just curious now, like, do you drink coffee?
Well, I'm trying to have a balance. Some days when I wake up and I'm more like in a rush, I guess it just depends on my routine of the mornings, you know, how I wake up each day. You know, I feel like naturally I already have a lot of energy. So it just depends on the setting and the mindset when I wake up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I see you got some music going on in the background. If we can slightly turn it down just a little bit, so we could hear you a
Of
bit
course,
more.
sir.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Now, listen, for those who don't know, LaVonntà is my artist, and I have worked with this guy for quite some time now. Super talented, amazing person, super genuine, and we're about to get to know him a bit more deeper on the show. So, LaVonntà, tell me, let's take it back. For the people who don't know you, your upbringing, kind of your journey in the sense of, how you were raised, taught, tell the people a little bit about your experience, and, how you were raised and how you grew up in the household.
Basically who I am. Yeah, from the very beginning, we're taking it way back. I would like to say I come from a foster care, as Josh knows. I spent about 3 years in a foster care from like 2 to 5. So I don't remember much of it, but I do know that's where I started. And then being put into a home that adopted other people, it was more of like a cultural blend in my life. So it kind of taught me a lot about just like being one with everybody, and just having that balance, So do come from a Christian family, and my father's a preacher. Mother's a real estate agent, so it was always more on the line, just like being the preacher's kid. I was always the center of attention, So I was always that kid like at school who was like, "Oh, you're the preacher's kid." Everybody knew you, and everybody knew me because of my family, So it was always had a name that I had to hold up to, and I feel like I did that pretty well for the most part. But I found music. It's crazy because I was an athlete most of my teenage, adult, like semi-adult life. 18, I was an athlete. Like I was playing sports. I grew up doing that. That was my thing, and I had like a crazy surgery on my leg, and it prevented me from doing that. But it did open up a door more to who I am now with my music. It just came to me. So I would say for the past 4 years of my life, right? I'm 24 now. I've been making music, you know, and it's a crazy transition to see where I came from the beginning of what I wanted to do with my life to the person I am now, what I want to continue to push in my life and have around in my life, you know. So yeah, definitely 100%. If that kind of summarizes a little bit, I don't want to give too much, but if I summarize a little bit about who I am, from coming from a foster care to being an athlete to transitioning to a musician and having a huge family and great morals, it just kind of summarizes me into that category, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a journey, I would say. So I mean, so I would ask you, like, this journey that you've been on this far, right? Is it what you expected, or is it completely different than what you thought life would be, or at this time? Like,
honestly, it's kind of what I expected, because I know I manifested it, you know, and I being happy in my life and just being like knowing like I'm here for a certain purpose, and that's the main thing to me. That's like, okay, yeah, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I know this is what I'm here for. You know, so like, yeah, to answer your question, yeah, like this is me. This is LaVonntà, 100%. Yeah,
I love that, man. And you know, for you, as far as the music, who inspired you to start making music, and what music was you listening to around those times that you got involved in and wanted to like pursue music more?
I would say this is gonna be crazy, but Jason Derulo actually was like, he had the swagger. He was like, you can be my it girl. That was just like, what? You know, like I wanted to be like that vibe. He just like had that like, I can just be who I want and I can just move how I want, and I got the style and algorithm. Everything just fits, you know. And it's just like, I want to be like that, you know. So like, I kind of just, it's crazy to know that was my mindset, who I wanted to be, and I'm already him now, but I want to be somebody else more elevated now, you know. Like it just doesn't stop, you know. I'm him, but like, and I see what being him attracts, and I'm like, okay, I want to go to the next thing, you know. So it's awesome. Yeah, if I meet Jason Derulo, definitely having to let him know that.
Yeah, I think when you meet Jason Derulo, you have to do his old catchphrase that he used to always say, like before every song, Jason Derulo.
Oh, Jason Derulo.
Yeah. You gotta hit him with one of those. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. That'd be epic. That'd be epic. He would respect it. I think.
Okay. And yeah, so as far as, you know, the music, you mentioned earlier that, you know, you were big into the sports. You were, you know, an athlete. What some of the sports that you were playing?
Oh, basketball. My father was religious. Well, I obviously I was adopted to Indiana. I didn't say that, but so basketball is really big in Indiana and corn country, along that stuff. But it was basketball, football, and track towards the end of my high school career. But football, I just dominated in. I got these highlights. You check me out on Huddle, Jordan Smith. You'll find some stuff there. But yeah, it's pretty cool, dude. It's just I didn't see me being an artist, but it's like I said, it just fits, you know. And it just like, I love the transition. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna, you know, go from that and just ask, are you still doing sports? Do you still kind of dabble in sports here and there?
Yeah, when I get my hand on a basketball, I do my thing, you know, but it's I'm just really more focused on the movement that Vamp Entertainment has going on for my career and me being involved. So that's where I'm at, you know.
Right. Yeah, so I kind of want to huddle back just a little bit on because I know there's going to be people that are going to watch this interview who have like been in foster care before. For example, I know I have an older brother. He's 1 year older than me, and he was actually adopted by this, like, honestly, like one of the best guys that I've known today. He's like a second dad to me. But not everybody experience is like that route, like where, you know, got into the perfect home, you know, they took good care of you and stuff like that. I know you mentioned that the foster care you're in, it was like a home for like different like people. So like, was there like a main, like was there like a foster dad and mom? Was it like, what exactly do you mean by that?
So when you're asking like what was it like when I went through the adoption process?
Or like, no, like after I got adopted. Yeah,
like having those parents.
Yeah,
well,
yeah, like
you gotta keep
like
in mind.
Together?
Right, yeah, I was like that.
Did you
I get
exchange
asked-
them? Like,
No.
I want this one. Can I
It's
get another one?
it's
Can I keep this? Yeah.
Yeah. It's so to them, they're the only family that I ever knew. You know, I mean, to me, that's the only family that I ever knew. Like, you know, them both being white, I still didn't even question that I'm black right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it was like growing up, because I just wasn't really consciously aware. So like
So you're legit just like.
But
yeah,
in an aspect,
but
right?
different,
I
but
was right.
I'm white.
Subconsciously, I knew that I had a mom, like a previous mom, but like to me, that's my mom. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like that's just kind of how I began life, was with them. So that's all I ever knew. Like, oh, I had a mom. Okay, but you're my mom. You know? So like,
Exactly.
it was just the mindset thing. It really was. Like, so quite literally, yeah. It's that's a good one though. I still treat them that way though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I will always treat them that way.
Yeah.
You know.
What does family mean to you then? Because your understanding on family was introduced to you such in a way that isn't everybody's experience. So like, what did that create the meaning for family for you now?
That is a good question. I would say, as not the black sheep of my, we don't need to get into that.
No, that quote's valid.
That's right. Just like coming from an adopted family, it's obviously the energy is gonna be different, because that's not your you know, the birth mom or birth father. But they did everything that they could to make sure that I am who I am today. So to me, that's everything. And it's a lot, because I am who I am because of them. And I love who I am and my morals, because I had great people above me, just like showing me what trust and love and all those things that a parent needs to play in a role to give to their sons and daughters. You know, so family to me is love, and it's light, and it's being elevated by the right people. You know, so it's cool. It's a great feeling to have. Now, not every family's perfect. You know, your preacher's kids, we tend to be the worst at times. Really do. Guilty as charged. But regardless, they have the patience. They have they have patience with me, and I've just elevated from that. You know, I keep moving forward. I got great people in my life now that are not even my blood, like them, for instance, that I still consider family. So there's a phrase that I use. It's like blood isn't family, loyalty is. You know. And I believe that a lot.
Yeah.
I really respect that answer. Yeah, that was a great sum up.
Yeah. No, definitely. And you know, my question for you is, you know, family and, you know, being raised, were you the only one raised in your family as far as siblings? Did you have any siblings growing up, or was it just, you know, yourself?
It was me and my little brother. Actually, we got adopted to the same family. But the family that adopted us also adopted like 5 other people. You know, so it was just a huge family. Yeah, they had 3 of their own. They adopted like 6 or 7 other more. My math's kind of wrong right now, but yeah, they're powerful people. Yeah, but me and my little brother were quite like that. You know, our real mom passed away whenever we were 5. You know, so like having him as like blood always around me, that kept me a part of me together. You know, he's my other half. Literally, we are polar opposites, but we are so alike. It's unreal, you know. Yeah.
So what about your biological dad? Are you still like? Do you have any contact with him, or?
Yeah, they were introduced to my life. I said I was 24, so when I was 21, they were introduced to my life, and it's more of a distance thing. It's like you doing what you're doing, I'm doing what I'm doing, but like it's cool to know that you're there, and it's nice to know who you are, you know. But there's not really a connection there. There's not attachment. We're just connected, you know. That's it. You know, that's all.
Got you. Okay. All right. And you know, for you, you know, my next question would be, right now, what are some things that you are involved in as far as, you know, you working towards the music, right? You got the music going on. This is where you're putting all your energy into. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Champaign. Tell me if I'm saying this right. Champaign, Urbana, Illinois. Been there. I've only visited once, and I don't even remember it. You know, so like it's not really. It's home, but it's not home. You know.
Yeah. I get
That's
that.
where I'm from, but I'm really involved with like I know whoever else is watching this, that Josh is my manager, and Vamp Entertainment is what I'm being involved in right now, and it's trying to just build the team that we have going on, you know, and it's just so cool to be a part of it, because it's more than just like a team. It is family, but it's elevation. That's the right word that I'm using. You know, it's like so much light and just like motivation, just to like get up and say, hey, I'm here, let's go. You know, it's something that motivates me. It's my biggest push. So serious. Yeah, what I got going on is it's great. You know, I can't wait to see what happens in the next few years, 10 years, you know, decade. Yeah.
Definitely. I love that. And before you moved out here to Tampa, where was you at before Tampa?
I was in Orlando. So it's crazy. When I moved to Florida about 4 years ago, and the only reason I even moved to Florida, I know you know, was just for music. Like from the calling, the universe was talking to me. It's like, you need to go to Florida. You know, so like I went out there. There was somebody who heard my song, and they're just like, yeah, bro, come sleep on my couch. You know, and it's I'm still connected with that person to this day. He's a great dude. It's spent 4 years in Orlando, started working in the nightlife, and that's kind of how it brought me to Tampa, with the more and more being serious with the music, and it just like coming to full effect. You know, I moved out here for music. Now I'm really doing it. You know, so it's but that's really where I started out. And Orlando's great, just too much. It can be a lot. You know, yeah,
it can be a lot. But I think it's kind of crazy that, you know, your conscience told you immediately like you should go to Florida, because I think I would ask myself like, wait, are you sure?
Yeah.
Sure? There's New York, there's LA, there's London. Like, you know, people are getting their face bit off in Florida, and my conscience
and you know the crazy part is, the crazy part is I came when I was 21, and I didn't last. I came out here and I didn't have the right mindset. I just wasn't doing what I was supposed to be an adult, you know, independent. So I went back to Indiana for like 5 months to stay with my family to help me just get prepared. I told them, hey, I'm going back. You know, that was the whole plan. Was to go back again. I'm like, I'm not gonna fail this time. Watch. I'm literally gonna come here for music, and it's going to happen. They looked at me like I was crazy, like I had 3 eyes. They're like, okay, but like you could just do this and make money full time. Like, not, but this is gonna work. It's gonna work. I came out here and bam, it hit like fireworks. Dude, it was crazy. It was crazy. I was like, yeah. It was preparation.
Gotcha. Okay.
I knew it.
So I guess first time the demons told you to come to Florida, you got them out, and you came back, you met an angel, and now things are.
I like that.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So, you know, I know we're talking about music, we're talking about how you were raised, your upbringing, you know, all those things, right? But like when you're doing the thing, which is music, you know, is it difficult to be vulnerable, or like has it gotten easy? You know, like what's your thought about being vulnerable in your music, or allowing yourself to be vulnerable? Are you vulnerable?
Well, I feel like as humans, we are always going to be tempted with temptation and everything that comes with what you want to have. It is just having a balance. You know, we are always going to make mistakes. I've talked to my manager, Josh, about this, that no matter, it's still just moving forward. You know, there's no L's here in life right now. It's just lessons and winnings, you know? So it's like, how are you going to move from it? You know, it's always going to come with what you want. There's always going to have pros and cons. You know, it's just having that balance and having like standing in your God form and knowing is like, am I going to let this take over me, or am I going to control it, you know, and move the way that I want to versus what my wants want, you know? So that's, if that answers your question at all.
Yeah. I mean, it could go that way, you know, but also like, I think like sometimes being young and going to the industry, it's like, it's so quick to pivot a different direction. Is there any plan for you, or like, are you just trying to formulate the right people around you so when you get in certain situations, they can help you with that? But sometimes we don't listen. Like, you know, are you open that like if you made it right now and you got signed and you see Vamp Entertainment and you guys have risen so far, have you ever thought about the challenges that you deal with within yourself to be like a better person? Like in general, like that's everyone's goal for the most part. Like, do you think there's still things that you need to work on before getting there? Like, if you made it today, would you be ready? You know, like
you know, see, for me, it's like what you want to have in your life, you always want to be prepared. and I get what you're asking. But regardless of that situation, nobody can do it alone, and that's what I believe. Maybe there is some person out there who can do everything by themselves. They're God at that point, literally, but it's just having the right environment around me while I'm going through it, because I'm going to glitch regardless. It's going to happen, that's inevitable. We're not perfect. If we were perfect, we wouldn't be doing that, so I'm going to be as ready as I can be, but I know if I have the right people around me, I'm going to flourish regardless, because I'm willing to go 100% in, and I put my trust in the right people, I definitely so as long as they're holding me up, I'm going to keep moving, steering the boat. I got it, yeah.
Powerful. I love that. And, for the music and for your music, what are some ways that, you are, you get inspired by writing your music? What does your creative process looks like when you're thinking about writing a new song, or, while you're working on a new song and you're trying to come up with either a melody, a hook, or a verse? What's your creative process like?
Well, it's more, so I am a lyricist. I love to write when I have the opportunity, but it just comes to me. It's not like I sit down now I could do a better job sitting down every single day and writing. But when it comes to making like these songs that just like that I'm dropping, they just come to me. They from emotion, from everyday living. It's not just something I'm making up. It's like, dang, that really hurt me. And that's actually, I can't let it out unless I put it out in a different form of energy, so it's that's kind of how my music works. It's natural, it's organic, it's you gotta live life to talk about life. You can't just be giving out false information about what you haven't experienced. I don't believe that's real music, so, and melodies come to me, I would say, because I listen to the beats that I listen to that help me create what I want everybody to hear. I listen to the beat and I flow with the beat. Everything is it's like movement. It's like all energy is flowing. So if you're flowing with it, you got it. 100%.
So
okay.
What information or what would you tell your older self? Like if you had anything to tell your older self right now, everyone does the younger self, but if you talk to your older self right now, what would you say what would you say? What does that mean to you?
Well, if I were to look at my younger self, come on. You
better know. Come on.
Like, woo, boy, he's good thing you got help. So. But I would say good job. Like you were really doing it, man. Like
it's good.
It's like
good job, man.
Yeah, like bro. Yeah, it's like dab me up for real. Yeah, you're really kicking ass right now.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, can I borrow like $1 million?
Right. No.
For the present moment, can I just borrow this real quick? We'll make it back.
That would, I think about that all the time, and just like it's just so cool to see people think and really in life that you don't change, but that's not true at all. We are supposed to change. We're supposed to upgrade, we're supposed to, the butterfly effect, that's real, and like that's the one thing that I feel like a lot of people will never experience because they're not open-minded to change, so it's just like, man, like just watch, it's happening, I don't have to, I'm just going to show you, actions speak louder than words.
They really do
100%.
And for like somebody young that might be watching this, let's say 13, do you fear, is there anything that makes you nervous about being a role model?
Does it ever make me, you said, does it make me nervous about being a role model to these people out here?
Well, to eventually become a role model. I mean, whether or not you look at yourself as one now, I mean, because everything is like subjective, right? So, for the people that you will one day become a role model to, or currently right now, is there pressure with being a role model?
No, it really, that's the main thing like that drives me, if I'm being honest, because right now I work for these foster kids. I'm actually I take care. I'm a caregiver, so I help out these kids who the living that I went through that I didn't really fully experience, so it's seeing who they look up to with the music, because music's everything to everybody, everybody's listening to somebody, and it's just like there's some role models that I'm listening to, it's like, dang, like I don't ever want to make somebody become that, because music's powerful, what you put in, you put out. So I know for how I was raised as a preacher's kid, like my music has to be like like has to be powerful, has to hold real meaning. You know, I'm not gonna. I don't want to put something in your head that's gonna make it rot. You know, I want it to like open thoughts. I want it to be a source of energy that you can go to heal. You know, and I'm gonna keep doing that regardless. I don't want to create negative energy. I don't. You know, so being a role model for these people is something that I strive to be, honestly, and that's something that I can't wait to become because it is happening already.
I love that. I love that, man. Absolutely. And you know, for you know, like you said, everybody is listening to somebody. Who's in your playlist? Who are some of the artists that you are listening to right now, or you know, who's inspiring you?
So for me, I always have this attachment with XXXTentacion. More not because of his, I guess, his energy or his. Not sorry, let me rephrase that. I said that completely wrong. Not for his music necessarily, but for the impact that he's making on these people. Because these kids at this foster care, that's all they talk about all the time. To me, come to me like he's just like, you know, his energy to these kids, like they just like feel it because those kids are hurting. They're going through it. They're really going through it. They don't have a family, you know, and like that his music just like it's just like to see that his music inspires the younger, like the youth, the next generation. That to me inspires me to listen to you. You know, like seriously, so serious. Yeah, it's powerful. It's a spiritual thing that I have with that guy. Yeah, 100%. You know, so I would say him, and obviously everybody loves The Weeknd. He got a little thing. You know, he has a good vibe. He has a great vibe. But it really depends on what music I'm trying to make. I'll start listening to. You know, to start like catching like a vibe to it. Like would it be like house music? It just like what inspires me is what I listen to make music in the moment. So it's like just different seasons. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Exactement.
Exactly.
I like it.
No, for sure.
So you know, there's always like these memories that we have before we make like decisions on what we want to do in life. What's your earliest memory where you're like, you know what, like something about this makes sense and I want to do it? So what was that, and can you describe that moment first?
Well, I'm gonna stick to the music side of this since we're already on that. I remember when I was in college at the time at Vincent's University, and this dude was like telling me that he can make music and stuff. I'm like, okay, like I've never really made music, like sang, like recorded. So he's like, bro, throw me $15. He didn't have to charge me, but he did. He made a quick, you know, and I respect that. So I threw him like $20 to just go to his room just to sit on his like desk, just to like record like just my melodies. So like he put a random beat on, and I just started like mouthing, like just like saying things. And I was just like, whoa, like it was like he put an effect on my voice. I'm like, whoa, I can do this. Like I can, you know what I mean? Like I could just like say something and I can feel it, you know? So like it's just that's whatever I kind of knew, like, hey bro, I want to make music. Like I want to make music, you know, instead of just singing it and being like on like these like theater and act, like all this stuff, and these the systems that were in at college for the choir and all that. I want to make music, you know. So it just took, after that, it went from me being there in that moment saying I wanted to do that to like a month later being involved in a label. It just all made sense. Like it was like, this is what you're really gonna do, you know, like, and I'm not gonna take it out of your life. I'm gonna just keep throwing back to you. The universe is like, this is you. I don't care what you try to do, you're gonna come right back to the music, you know, regardless. I'm not supposed to do anything else, you know. And so yeah.
So music was your calling.
Has to be.
Nice. And you know, for you know, let's take it a bit back, right? You know, so the music is something that's always kind of been in your blood, and that DNA, in the sense of your calling. You know, you were brought here essentially for, you know, your journey to lead you into the music scene, and you know, you have a message behind your music. You have something that you want the world to know. What would that be, you know, for those kids that are listening to you, the people who you are around? What's your message? You know, I got two questions, right? You know, what is your message regarding your music? And, you know, what would be one big thing or main thing that you would feel most people maybe misunderstand about you? It could be you personally, or you and the music in general, overall.
I would say my music, it's okay to have emotion, you know, it's okay. Like you can feel this way, you know, and like, I feel like people like look, you know, as because whenever you show people emotion, they kind of like, oh, what is that? You know, they turn the opposite way, man. It could be relationships, friendships. It's the worst part was the relationships, but that happens all the time. People are scared of emotion, like so serious, bro. And it's crazy because it's like it's not supposed to be like that. We're supposed to all like it's okay, bro. I get it, So that's why I put this music out of how expressing how I feel, because listen, you can feel that way. It's okay, like let's cope with it. This is a piece of art that I gave you, so you can feel that way. You're allowed to feel that way. It's fine, But yeah, for a lot of people in my life, they've misinterpreted me because I react sometimes out of an emotion, and I feel like they don't understand that in reality that's perfectly fine, and you're allowed to do that without being judged, So
yeah, absolutely. I get
100%.
that. 100%. No, sure, for sure. And it's I'll say with the music itself that you make is extremely impactful in the emotion manner, because and that was another sight seeing of Jimmy having his phone died on him during an interview. But that is okay, because hopefully within a few minutes he'll join us again. He'll jump back on. Until then, I have a couple more questions for you, brother, and we'll get ready to wrap it up. But yeah, man, your music overall has definitely it's powerful. It's powerful, and the emotion that you put behind it, and the stories that you make, you create, you say when you speak it. Now, going into speaking things, I think we do live in a powerful, magical world. So for you, what does these words mean as manifestation or affirmations mean to you?
Well, I'm really big on manifestation. So what you've taught me, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. what you taught me, it's what you think and what you spend most of your time and energy on, you bring to life, and it's crazy because people don't let it grow. They just that's one thing that manifestation does, is being patient, and it takes time to really manifest something that you want. But most importantly, there has to be a lot of action involved behind it, but it does work, so that's why I tell people, like, if you want it really that bad, you got to find ways to get it, and always, because if you do that, it's gonna come and smack you in the face, so it's that's why manifestation is really big for me. Affirmations, I could dive more into that another day, but law of attracting things that you want to, it's all kind of all one. It's all like the same area category. Literally, it takes the same type of energy to get it, to make it come to life.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. And it's true. I mean, these words are powerful that we say, we speak, we bring into an existence. And it's the power of the thought, the power of the mind. And as you mentioned, what you speak, you do attract. For you, my next question is, you mentioned that you are you want to put out good energy as far as positive music, emotional music that people can feel, they can relate to, they can understand, even if it's something that they're going through, or maybe something that a friend went through, and they kind of heard your song or came across your music. I think that's a beautiful thing. What would be something that you would want, maybe take one thing from your music, that when somebody listens to your music, what would be something that you would want them to take with them after hearing a song? Overall, what would be the message behind any song you put out? What would be something you want them to take?
Something to take with them. I want them to take. That's a big one. That's a really good one. If you're gonna listen to my music, I would hope that by the end of it, whatever you were going through was able to be looked at in a positive manner. So that you can leave with a answer. Like to be like, okay, yeah, let's now, how do I handle the situation after hearing this? It's like what was the message to you delivered? Because everybody's going to view my music differently, and they're gonna get different messages, and that's something that I've talked to you about, and you've told me as well. But it's like, yeah, how are you gonna move from it? Did you get what you were looking for?
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. And for some of the music music artists maybe that are around you right now, or that you want to collaborate and work with? Who are some of the artists that you would want to work with and are inspired by maybe future collaborations?
I would definitely want to. Well, it's crazy because there's this kid. He inspires me a lot, and his name's Lex. And he's 21 years old, and this kid just he believes in me more than just as much as I believe in him. And like, I already see he wouldn't be considered the mainstream type of artist, that everybody would hear on the daily, but he's somebody who inspires me, 100%, and and I inspire him, so that's even more of a better thing when it comes to like the music side of it as artists. Like we both inspire each other, and that's powerful. That's more powerful than knowing a celebrity that you want to work with, Celebrity wise, I would say, I feel like me and, I can't say The Weeknd. I can't say The Weeknd. I'd have to say, as much as I would like to make music with that guy, Skate. Yeah, I definitely look forward to making a song with him. I feel that's definitely going to be happening. So I definitely give a shout out to him. 100%. I met him and he was awesome energy. Maybe Bruno Mars, that would be really cool. I could see something happening with him one day in my life. And what's his name? Sway Lee. Yeah, I just like his vibe. I like his vibe. I'm sure he's good people. So.
Okay. And so my last question for you would be, everybody has their own definition on what spirituality means. For you, what does spirituality mean to you?
It means being. So it's not really like words to describe it. It's just being connected to everything, and it's like being like almost like one. If I were to put it into words, it would be like being one with the earth and understanding you fully as a person. And knowing everything about you, not your name. Names are just what we're given. You are a source of energy, your whole body, your chakras, all that. It's definitely good to know what the body that you're living in. So that to me is spirituality. And it's knowing the world and everything. Having knowledge, understanding of why you're even here. That's spiritual.
I love that. Do you have anything currently going on that you want to let the people know? Anything that you're working on? And I see we have Jimmy jumping back on now. And
yes, sorry, his phone died and some things came up, but yeah, let's go ahead and get back going. Everybody can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, phone's falling. Bro, this is the online experience. Look, it doesn't get any better than this. You're getting the online experience at its best. I promise. Cool. I think I'm back. And also my phone's on the charger.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
all right. Am I interrupting? Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're good. I just finished asking him a spirituality question. And if there's anything, Jimmy, you want to throw in and ask, do so.
Gotcha. So I would love to hear the spirituality question. Unfortunately, I went out due to some technical difficulties here, but I would just say, what continues to inspire you?
What continues to inspire me? Oh, I would say it's a few things. I'm driven by the people who don't believe in me. And it's I don't know if that's like. I don't know.
Expecting that one. All right.
Right. I know. I wasn't. Right. It's like my family and everything. It's just like I've always fallen short every time in most things in life. And that's something that just I can't let happen anymore. And it's like I want to show people who like doubted me the most, and it can be family as well, that like I can do it. Like I really have what it takes. And I know that's maybe something internally that I need to work on, but at the same time, it's also helping me, and it's working, and I'm always gonna have those people who doubt me, and it feels good to prove them wrong. Genuinely, it really does. It's like I can do it. Watch, I'm gonna do it and more. I'm gonna do it twice as much, and then do the next thing, because there's always gonna be that. It's always going to be. It's always going to keep me going. It's always going to keep me going. So I would say that, and the people who believe in me too. So it's like a balance. It's both. People who believe in me and the people who don't. Yeah, that drives me as well, and myself, genuinely, just like because I love it.
Yeah.
I drive myself, but it's everything.
Gotcha. And also, I kind of want to. I'm actually a little interested on the inspiration behind your latest single visual. I just like there was like this gothic girl, and you on like walking alongside a beach or a body of water. Was that a beach or was that?
Yeah. So you want to know the meaning behind it?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, man, we're really gonna jump into this one for a second. Get ready here, guys. I have recently actually I've gone through. I would say for me, I'm definitely the emotional character that I play, and it helps me make my music. You know, and I recently went through some form of I would say love energy, and it helped me put together something that I've been personally going through emotion wise. You know, to show everybody. But the meaning behind it is kind of just like being with somebody who's falling short. You know, it's that's not necessarily not like entertaining wise, but not ready. And it's just like always like going away, turning around and going the opposite way, like becoming a ghost. Essentially, that's why I made that the name of the song. It's something like that you'll never really fully reach. You know, as much as you try, it keeps running away. You know, so it's something that you definitely need to check out. I haven't listened to that song already. It is on all streaming platforms. But her wearing the all black, it was like something that like it's like driven for something that's not necessarily right for you. Maybe not like forever, but at that time. You know, it's that's why I gave it that dark energy, like visual right there. It's like it's like rotting you. You know, it's always like in arm's reach, but you can't grab it. You know.
Yeah. Can you tell the people that are watching this video that we're talking about in song, name, and you said it's on all streaming platforms, so Spotify,
yes.
iTunes.
Yes, Ghost. I just dropped it about a week ago. And it's you definitely it's in my link. If you guys put a link on this, you can check it out right up here. But yeah, it is on all streaming platforms, and I'm hearing great feedback. So if you guys do get a chance to listen to that, just let me know. And I also have another one, Given Up, that I dropped about 2 months ago as well. So I got a lot more stuff coming, you know, and I'm ready.
Nice.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, that's what I got. And I just want to end on, you know, I'm glad I finally got to meet you as an artist and really see who's the person behind the music. I think also this interview is gonna, I think, allow people to kind of see the type of person you are. And I think because like, you know, I think that this makes me want to listen to your music a little more now that I know you and what you represent and the things that you stand on and believe in. I think it's going to make the viewers, listeners, a little bit more compelled to listen to your music without ever hearing of you or knowing you. And I think this was a great interview. Yeah, I zapped out for a little bit, but you know, now that I'm back, man, I wish you the best, and I think you're in the right direction.
Thank you, and it's good to connect the voice with the face. I've seen you've been involved with Josh for a while, and it's good to be a part of this. You know. Oh
yeah, just like a brother, spirit brother.
Yeah. It's quite literally. Yeah. Thank you.
We're all a family here. We're all a family. I love that. All right.
This is your first interview, right?
Yes, it is. I love it.
Yeah, you know, I think you did a great job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that is all the time that we have today. Peace, love, and light. It is your boy, Joshua Silva.
I love LaVonntà. I love you guys.
This is Jimmy Levar, and I will say my favorite saying. This is the online experience.
Hey!